Welcome back, Salty Fam. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. So today we're going to get into Jessi from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, her hair company, and the plastic surgeries that she's been going through. So recently we have seen Jessi has kind of her part bald spot there. And it is about an inch of her part line that is missing now.
That's what you hope that photo. It's just like the worst possible angle to like maximize how big it looks because it looks crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like it looked like it'd be a straight up strip, like almost like got like waxed down the
Right.
middle.
And, after I saw that picture, I was watching this season 4 of Secret Lives, and you can kind of notice it when she parts her hair down the middle. It's more like
It's like
pronounced.
yeah, getting wider.
And I just feel like in that photo, she didn't she touched up her face and everything else, but she didn't touch up like the hairline, didn't edit it. Anyways, there are a lot of concerns going on at her salon. And as of September 2024, posts on Reddit were going crazy over her salon's lack of acknowledgement of leaving bleach on there for too long, putting people in the hair dryers for too long, leaving them unattended, and a lot of patterns regarding hair health have been, not really considered well at all.
For sure. That's what the Reddit post, it all seems like people are like, they just do like whatever to sort of get the look you're asking for, but do it in the worst possible, like least sustainable way.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you can kind of start to see it. Like if you look at all their hair, it looks kind of like
all their hair is breaking. It's short, it's frail. A lot of the women are experiencing bald spots. Another allegation is they say that they just rely on the extensions to make the hair, cover up the
and that's what it looks
to make
like.
the hair look
Yeah,
better.
for sure.
But it really doesn't look better because you can see there'll be breakage about an inch or two away from the scalp,
And when it's getting so thin, you visibly see the extensions.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like the extensions only work if you can't tell they're extensions.
Yeah.
But if you can see it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and as we saw, she was messing up Layla's hair, which she had to basically go get more of a wig put on.
Yeah, that was interesting. That was like I feel like kind of the first sort of where it started looking at it more, and then after that it's like Reddit went crazy on it.
And Utah definitely has a look. It is very long fake hair, usually
Bleached
blonde. Yeah.
know.
And so those girls are going in and bleaching those roots, even if it's just a quarter of an inch sometimes.
Yeah.
And that right there, time and time again, will just ruin it.
There's no way that's good for your hair.
Yeah, so we saw Macy took out her extensions and letting her hair grow natural, and she cut it off short. And then Mikayla took out hers, which we saw this season of Secret Lives. And Whitney's had hers out for many years.
Yeah, I feel like she's had shorter hair the last couple
Yeah.
seasons,
Yeah, before she started filming Secret Life, she did go to Jay-Z Styles. She did have the long hair, extensions, did all of that. But then they got into a rift before the season
Before it even
premiered.
came out.
Yeah, and so she went and got all of her extensions out and cut it short as a FU to Jessi. And
Well, it probably worked in her benefit that she did that and it has been doing more natural.
And I honestly like the girls more with their natural hair. Now, Jessi can't really wear her natural hair. It is so frail and broken off and fried. And when she takes her extensions out and shows everyone, it does not look good.
That's the one thing that is in her defense, I feel like with it, like all this stuff with everyone's hair getting messed up, it's not like she doesn't know what she's doing or she's doing a bad job because that's how she does her own hair. It's like that's like the cost of that look that they're all wanting. And that she's like, this is how you do it. This is how I do it. It's messing up her hair too, kind of thing. So at least she has that where it's not like incompetence or something, it's just they're sort of making this trade that's
she's messing up everyone else's hair, but hers looks fine. Yeah, for sure. And so let's see. Oh, I guess some of the extensions are being tied too tight, and that is leading to alopecia.
Dang, I mean, I can't imagine just even if they were tied just the right amount, just having all of these things like pulling on your hair all the time. Like, I
Right.
can't imagine that's good overtime,
No,
like,
no, not just year after year after
yeah, you're doing
year.
that and you're bleaching it and you're doing all this stuff to it. It's like, no wonder it's like thinning out, falling out. It's like
Yeah.
you're like shocking it and constantly.
Yeah. So of course, like once Secret Lives came out, a lot of fans wanted to book with Jay-Z Styles and do the
Oh, I
whole
bet she saw a huge
experience.
spike, you know?
Yeah, but a lot of those customers did say that they were way more focused on their personal branding and getting content and everything versus the well-being of the customer and their experience and
Yeah.
the, well-being of their hair, the integrity of the hair.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like things definitely are shaking up for Jessi, especially because she puts a lot of emphasis on her looks. As we've seen, she just went through, I believe, her 6th surgery.
Which is crazy.
And she had her upper and lower bleph done, which I don't think would have ended up looking bad. But then she did fat grafting all throughout her face. And that's what made her look just so bad.
Different. Yeah, and it's messed up because she didn't even want that, but the doctor sold her on that, and she should have just been like, no, like I came for what I came for.
Yeah.
Like, don't upsell me in some funnel that you're like trying to maximize how much you're gonna get from me. You know, like just do what I'm asking of you.
Right.
You know?
And for being so young, she's 33. I know that she's on TV. I know her looks matter a lot, but she was beautiful before. Now she's just has to keep up with all of these procedures and now we see her going in and getting Kybella injections to try to get things to look better. She's trying to remove all the lumps in her lips that the fat grafting caused.
She's like going the way of Brandy Glanville, where it's like, dude, you're like one wrong move from total disaster. You know, like gotta stop. Like stop doing stuff.
Right. Otherwise you'll end up like we've said before, Mama Elsa.
Yes,
or just something
and that's your
crazy.
end game, you know. And she's like already might have even sealed that fate with how much she's done already at so young, you know, like it's crazy.
And all these influencers, I'm sure that they get a lot of deals at these plastic surgeons' offices.
Oh yeah, the plastic surgeon for sure is pumped to be doing them.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm sure it is, more enticing to try to get something done. And oh my gosh, this might be free. And I've always wanted this or that.
And on some level, because they're in a white coat and they are a doctor, you're like trusting them to have good counsel and good advice. But at the end of the day, they're trying to make as much money off of you as possible.
Right.
So like your incentive is not necessarily aligned with theirs.
Yeah.
You know, so like what you want done, and if they're trying to sell you on more, especially if it's your face, and for her it's like that's her money maker, that's how she makes her living. Like no, like like don't just take a suggestion, you know.
Yeah, and she did come out and say that it was the worst decision of her life so far. She ruined her face. She has shown all of her surgery journeys on social media. And she has had her CO2 laser done on her face. She had the sides of her nostrils tucked in. She had her boobs done. She had, I think.
Why is she having so much done? You know, but props to her for showing the good and the bad of it on social media. You know, that's legit. But yeah, it's like, why is she doing so much?
Yeah,
this is crazy.
I think it's like a little addicting.
Yes. And yeah, it's crazy, you know.
Well, and then her mom went and got her whole face done, which I get. I mean, she's way older. She probably wanted the facelift, but like, it's just interesting. Maybe a lot of women in her family, they just are very heavy in the plastic surgery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, love it.
You
know?
Like some families, it's just like generational, they're just like obsessed with plastic surgery.
If like she saw her mom was like that and always worried about it, and going extreme to fix it, like she'll think that's just the kind of what you do, you know.
Like we've seen it with Kim Zolciak, and both of her daughters went very heavy on plastic surgery right at 18,
which is insane. Like it's insane that even the surgeons will do it, you know. Like on some level you're like, this is messed up, dude. Like they are totally taking advantage of people who have like major self-image problems
Yeah.
and are not helping them.
No.
You know,
They're
they
kind of
probably say they
exacerbating
are,
them.
but yeah, they're like feeding into it more, you know?
Well, yeah, because the surgery won't like fix whatever internally you don't like about yourself.
No, and they'll
you
find
might
something
think
else.
it does, but yeah, it will
Yes.
just change onto something else, and then they'll just
And
pick
they'll have
another surgery.
Yes.
You know, and it kind of just does that snowball effect, and then you just come out looking totally
Insane.
different.
You know?
Yeah.
Next thing you
And-
know, you're on Botched, one of those people who's like, yeah, I've had 16 surgeries. And they're like, what in the heck, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
And it often makes them look a lot older than what they actually are. They're doing it
yes.
to make themselves look way younger, but in the end, they like she looks like she's aged a lot.
Oh, for sure.
you
And
know?
again, there's like, it doesn't look natural.
Yeah.
And that's like a huge part of beauty, I feel like, is natural beauty, you know, kind of
Yeah.
thing. And like with a lot of them, they looked totally fine,
Yeah.
you know, and then they just, now it's like weird looking,
Yeah.
you know, like, and I'm sure it looks good for the photo that gets photoshopped and run through the filters and all that crap.
Yeah.
But like in person, it's like,
She says
You
on
messed it
season
up.
5, we'll see how awful it is, that she is very embarrassed about her looks on season 5, that she does have the dips and bumps in her lips, that, you know, the fat grafting looks awful. So she
there was
does
no
recognize
reason-
how awful of a decision it is,
yes,
you know,
which is
so-
good. Hopefully she'll stop, because there's no reason she should have been doing anything at all. You
Right.
know, like it's so crazy.
I think instead of like going to therapy, getting help for her marriage issues and everything, she's turning to a lot of different things to try to like fix it. When in reality, she just needs to go to therapy constantly.
And spend the time. And that's what's weird, because like with how successful her business is, she knows what to do to make something successful. And it's
Right.
like spending the time
Yeah.
doing what you need to do on it.
Well,
and
she's-
she'll do that for her business, but she won't do that in any other area of her life.
Yeah.
You know, like,
She self-implodes her relationships.
yeah.
She cheated on her ex-husband with Jordan, and then, you know, left him at the 5-year mark, got with Jordan.
Yeah.
And then now she's cheated on Jordan
Kind
at
of
the
a
5-year
getting close-
mark,
yeah.
ready to leave him, but she can't because she didn't have
Screwed
the
up the prenup.
Yes,
which is
they didn't have a
crazy.
witness, so
Well,
the
and that-
prenup might be void.
Yes, I'm sure it is. You know, I'm sure
Yeah.
like if they're bringing that up, it's because in Utah or whatever, like you need, you know, some places you don't need a witness, some places like you need one, you know, kind
Yeah.
of thing. But yeah, just totally.
Just self-imploding, you know,
Mm-hmm.
messing with her looks, potentially messing with her empire. You know, it's like, what is she
Yes.
gonna do? Sit with this guy for the next 60 years because she doesn't want to pay him a couple $1,000,000? Like,
and that's-
what's
that's
the
lose?
you know?
Yes, like if she's gonna keep growing, it's better to just cut and pay now, because man, you're worried about giving them half of whatever it is. Say it's 5 million.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you wait 15 years, you could be having to give them half of 25. You know, kind of
Yeah.
thing. So like, it's gonna cost you 10 million more dollars
Yeah.
to like do it later. You know.
Or are they going to just stay married and he moves out, has a new relationship, new life?
Yeah.
She moves out, has her own relationship, own life, but they're still technically married, you know?
It's crazy because they're still together now, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that whole prenup thing has a lot to do with it, because all on the show, she's like 1 foot out the door for 2 seasons
Yeah.
now. But I feel like now that is come out, it's like, I bet the tone has totally changed, and now she's like trying to make it work. Where before, I feel like she was not trying. She'd be like,
Right.
Jordan, I'm trying to make it work. Marciano, let's go to lunch.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
how can you possibly say this is you trying? You
And he
know?
did say that he's been going to twice as much therapy as her and that she hasn't
Yes.
put in any effort into it.
Yeah.
So maybe with her business being at stake and her family's jobs being at stake, that she will start putting in the effort. Now
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
he knows that she's not putting in the effort because of him and their relationship,
But-
but she is putting in the effort.
And
I
it
guess.
she put in the effort, and then it all works out and they're able to
Right.
get back to a good place. So it's like, even if it didn't start because she just like had the pure intention, it was like,
Right.
oh shit, I screwed this prenup thing up. If it works out okay, like that's good still.
Yeah.
You know, like if they can
Yeah.
get to a good place where it like works, you know,
Right,
like
for
that's what you'd
sure.
hope for, and for their kids' sake and all that
Right,
stuff, you know.
right, for sure.
But it's crazy, man.
It is. It's quite a roller coaster. I seriously thought that they would be divorced by now. Obviously, we know
Totally.
why they're not.
Yes.
And I think she would have divorced him if they had that witness. I guarantee it.
1000%. The second, and even because that phone call happens like in the middle of when they're like shooting for the show, you can tell like that just changed the whole playing field.
Yeah.
The second she realized that and was like, oh crap,
Right.
because he'll be able to crush her in the divorce because she was the one who cheated.
Yeah.
Again, they have all these hours of footage of her trying to make it work, hanging out with the guy she cheated on with and lied
doesn't
about.
help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like his lawyers would just annihilate her. And
Oh, yeah.
like her dad knows, he would be petty as hell during that divorce. And I mean, rightfully so. She cheated on him. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a rite of passage at that point, you know, kind of thing of
Right.
like, oh yeah, it's on, dude. You
Right.
know?
And he does love the lifestyle. So he is not
Yes.
giving that up just to be a nice guy.
Yeah, he's not
you
going to be
know?
like, oh yeah, you blew the whole thing up and cheated on me, and so I'll be a good guy and just I won't take it. He's going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you're sending me checks for at least till all the kids are 18 years old, and
Yeah.
I'm owning half of Jay-Z, and you know, like
That would be a nightmare.
the
if he
chicken
owned
has
that.
come home to roost, you know.
Right. And I always thought like maybe they were making up a lot of their drama because she did stay with him, but now we've learned
Now
she's
it all makes
basically
sense.
forced.
Yes, before this season came out, that is what we were thinking.
Yeah,
like,
I was like-
is this all fabricated just to
Right.
get clicks for the show? But knowing the prenup thing now, you're like,
Yeah.
oh no.
And they've been on commercials for like fast food and stuff, like punning off of their relationship not being good.
Like leaning into the dysfunction.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
so
it's
I was
so
like,
funny.
oh, this was all just like a publicity stunt for clicks and views and it was all fake. But no, she's like stuck.
Yeah. And you know, and again, if that's hopefully, even though she's stuck, like not by her choice, hopefully that it's like will lead to a good place eventually or whatever,
Right,
you know.
right.
But yeah, it totally changed the tone with how she is acting and talking about it, you know.
Right. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if season 5 shakes out any differently. Like, obviously, we know they're still together, so they're still not divorced or anything like that. So
Yeah.
clearly,
Hopefully they're in a
You
better
know.
spot, you know.
I doubt
I-
it.
I
None
know,
of those
I
girls
know.
grow, except
No.
for Whitney. Whitney's changed.
Yes.
Connor has changed. You know, but like none of those girls.
I feel like
grow.
Zach and Jen have changed too. They're both way younger than Whitney and Connor.
Yeah.
Like they're 5 or 6 years younger.
I feel
you
like
know?
Zach probably has changed. Jen, who knows?
Yeah.
I feel like she still
Zach has
lies a
changed a
lot.
lot, but yeah, Jen's still
I
like
think she lies a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
I get what you're
like
saying.
over little dumb things.
yeah,
you know?
still doesn't come off like 100% genuine.
Right.
You know, we're like, yeah, I
Right.
think that's right on.
Well, like and subscribe for more, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you later, Salty fam.